No, Gina, I know, but what I'm saying is, what if you are the star?
I'm not.
But what if you are? If you don't try, you'll never know. And you'll spend the rest of your life wondering if you could have made it or not. Is that what you want? Always the brat's mom and never da brat?
Hey, hello, how do you do? Shady Doorags here. Season 5 of Bojack Horseman brought a good many new characters and new concepts along with them. One such character is Gina Cassador. Gina is introduced in the first episode of the season as Bojack's co-star in his new show Filbert, as well as his love interest. Well, love interest might be too strong of a phrase. Gina makes it clear that while she is with Bojack, she doesn't want to get too close or attached, and he shouldn't either.
I get it. We work together, we don't talk about our feelings, and yet sometimes a begrudging respect can blossoms into nothing, is what I was gonna say. You cut me off, so you look stupid.
And that's seemingly Gina's approach to every situation. While she is involved in what she's doing, she isn't invested.
Do you have a problem with the nudity in this scene?
I think it's great. It's brilliant. It's unprecedented. I'm gonna get some potatoes.
This is a stark contrast to Bojack. While he's not always into whatever project he's working on, he is usually passionate about it, whether that be passionately liking the project or passionately thinking it's stupid.
But do you love this script? Do you love your character?
Do I love Internal Affairs Director Sassy Malone, whose primary character traits are that she hates bras and loves cold rooms? Not especially. It feels gratuitous and male-gazy. But hey, it pays for my expensive habit of having a mortgage in Southern California.
As such, Gina presents a hardened personality to Bojack that not much gets to her because she never invests herself into anything. In fact, she's so jaded that as soon as she shows slight interest in something, Bojack immediately calls her out on it.
What is this? This is so corny.
It's not corny. I mean, it's technically a musical about corn, but it's actually very sophisticated.
Wait a second. Are you into musicals?
And he's not wrong in his suspicions. Gina reveals that not only is she into musicals, but they bring her back to a time in her life where being passionate wasn't a rare occurrence, and that she misses those times.
When I was a little girl, my mom took me to see A Kernel of Truth on Broadway. I spent my childhood dreaming of one day getting to sing on Broadway, but I guess I wasn't good enough. I still listen to that musical because it reminds me of a time when I was less jaded, when I believed I could do anything, and that makes me feel good.
Going back to her relationship approach, we get several hints that she only maintains a distance because she tried getting close in the past and it didn't work out for her.
I'm not dating anyone. And if I had to guess, I'd say neither are you. Guys in this town, especially celebrities, are not exactly the settle down type.
Bojack, I have had 28 on-set flings and no guy has ever come to my house after shooting was over to try to have a real relationship.
Through these moments, the truth about Gina reveals itself. She does have passions, but won't go out of her comfort zone to pursue anything because she's afraid of what it will reveal. She has, say it with me everyone, a fear of failure. Her journey through season 5 is seeing past that fear and understanding that her dreams are still possible. At first, this is a journey that is immediately halted. Thanks to Bojack, Gina gets an opportunity to live out her dream, but her fears come true and she botches the audition. She takes it relatively well, but it does present a positive side in her beliefs about not trying.
But for the record, you were right. If I didn't sing in that room, I would have spent the rest of my life not knowing if I ever could have made it or not. Now I know. So good.
However, this mentality doesn't last. On the day of the Filbert premiere, Gina gets tons of praise for her performance, perhaps even more than Bojack did. Her beliefs for her future are empowered. She knows that she doesn't have to be the brat's mom. She can, in fact, be the brat. But like many lessons in Bojack Horseman, it isn't all a positive thing. Gina learns everything about dreams, and that includes that they have prices. As Gina's life begins to accelerate, it appears she's getting everything she's ever wanted. Recognition, a guy who cares about her, and a promising career. However, she eventually discovers Bojack's addiction, and it takes a huge negative turn on her life when Bojack, confused about everything, nearly strangles Gina to death. After he discovers what he did, Bojack decides to come clean about it to the media. However, Gina has a reaction he wasn't expecting.
You physically overpowered me, and if there were any justice, you would be in jail right now. But my career, after so many failed attempts, is finally starting to take off. I don't want you to be the most notable thing that ever happened to me. I don't want you to be the question I get asked in interviews for the rest of my life.
Dreams have prices to pay, and sometimes those prices aren't as simple as hard work or taking out a loan. Sometimes, to keep a dream going, people have to give up what is considered good in order to get what they want. Gina is willing to give up Bojack facing justice for the sake of her career. This is the last we get to see of her, but is it the end of Gina's story? Recall, Bojack also made a sacrifice of doing something good for his dream, not sticking behind Herb when he needed him. And Bojack lives with the guilt of doing that to this day. There's a quote from the musical Wicked that sums up dreams and their costs. Getting your dreams is strange, but it seems a little, well, complicated. There's a kind of a sort of cost. There are a couple of things get lost. There are bridges you cross you didn't know you crossed until you've crossed. Happy is what happens when all your dreams come true. Well, isn't it? When Gina recalls how she let someone get away with physical assault because she knew it would advance her career, will she feel satisfied knowing that this was something she had to do in order to make her life better? Or will she be like Bojack, constantly looking back on that moment and saying to herself, that wasn't worth it? This has been Shady Doorags. So long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
I'm being borrowed for a few minutes? Wow, I've never been mentioned in a review before. People know me because of my acting. I've been to dozens of these things and I've never heard applause like that. We might actually get a season 2. That's never happened to me before. I am getting offers and fan mail and magazine columns about what a good actor I am. And all that goes away if I'm just the girl who got choked by Bojack Horseman.